Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Humankind. So there was actually a patch today and looks like it fixed that graphical issue that we were having that was blocking these locations. However, you're seeing that these are still blinking in that weird way, all the stuff that's traveling on the roads, on the trains and the vehicles and stuff. Those are still kind of broken. But you know what, it wasn't doing that a minute ago. And I think if we hit end turn, then that'll fix it. So the important thing is that this is fixed, because that was completely broken and didn't seem to fix itself at all. So yeah, there was a patch today, so I don't know what all that changed, but yeah, at least fix this. So let's go to end of turn.
That's one approach to making the city
because this is going to be a shorter episode, guys.
And fill it with entertaining
I just don't have as much time to record today. So we do have enough money to upgrade a unit, and we will want to upgrade these guys before we attack. Remember, when we upgrade them, we're going to start losing more money per turn because that maintenance is a bit more expensive. And so we will want to get, I think, these guys upgraded. I think it makes the most sense to upgrade them. You do have the units in the New World to upgrade as well. Okay, so yeah, these will all put an end to this. We weren't trading with any of those countries anyway.
See the sights.
Those all those trade routes had been suspended briefly. We were able to ransack both of those two cities, and thus we are no longer losing influence, which is great, because we're currently in the negative because we were losing so much. So we did ransack both those cities, meaning that we have to reset up those outposts. And I thought these guys were going to get this done in 4 turns already, and yet now it's still 4 turns. So I'm not entirely sure why it's going to take so much longer. So maybe the production got finished? Oh, okay. It looks like... yeah, I don't know. It looks like something got messed up with the... okay. Yeah, like the pots got moved around or something like that. So we'll put them both into production unless we can avoid doing that. Yeah, it looks like we can. So let's just put this into... it's not going to make much of a difference putting it in science, so we'll just put it into money. 6 more gold. It's helpful, I suppose. But yeah, getting those 2 cities eliminated, that is... very helpful, so we're not losing as much influence, but we still have to get rid of that 1 city in the New World, which is why we're building that 1 unit. Well, that, and we can use it for other things as well. So I'd love to be able to get these guys attacked without having to fight the city, and it looks like we should be able to. You also have this unit here that just got constructed. And I think we'll just do this all in 1 battle if we can. Although, because we're on a cliff, we can't actually attack them. Okay, that's unfortunate. But I do want to fight them. So this is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and upgrade this unit here since we have the money. In fact, we could upgrade an additional unit. I'm not sure if we're going to do that over here. Let me just see what we got over here. Yeah, I might want to upgrade one of those guys. And I feel like this is probably enough combat strength to take this guy out. He's not too challenging. But now we have to... I guess we couldn't go this way anyways. Yeah, that's all a cliff. Okay, so yeah, we'll just go over this way. And we're going to try and get those units there engaged if we can. So these guys need to move out of that territory. That's why they're actually losing health right now, because they're trespassing. I didn't realize that, so let's go and get them back into our territory, which would be... this will eventually be our territory. So I suppose we'll just get this outpost set up real quick. Figure out where we want to set it up. And it doesn't look like we have the influence. You need 1789. We're in the negative, so we won't be able to set that up just yet. We're going to have to wait. Okay, so that's kind of unfortunate. The influence issue is definitely a problem here for us. So yeah, we'll just go and move into our own territory. This outpost then. And we'll probably go and attack these guys just to get this ship destroyed. And they won't be able to get away from us. So we'll do this manual battle here. And select these 2 and put them next to each other. And enter deployment. We should be able to destroy them in just 1 round. Hopefully. So he doesn't do any damage to us. I guess it depends on how lucky we get with our attacks. Okay, so it looks like he will get to attack us once. But shouldn't do too much damage. Maybe 15 or so. 10. Yeah, 10 damage, not too bad. Alright, so just sinking every cog that she builds. And of course, that's really helping with the war support. Though, if we don't take the city and she loses all the war support, then we won't be able to take the actual city from her. We'll only be able to take the outpost. Now, I don't know that that's what we're going to do, though. I'm kind of thinking of making her into a subject, vassalizing her. I think that might be the best way to go. So these guys here, we did talk about moving up there, though if we're able to engage that unit separately, then it wouldn't be necessary. But we'll start moving up there with that in mind. It wouldn't hurt to have an overload of units here just to get it done quicker and make sure we don't lose anything. And then these guys are just going to have to sit around and wait until we have some influence. Alright, so this ship is supposed to be joining up with that one over there. So we'll just continue moving over there. Eventually they'll meet up somewhere. I was hoping to have 3 ships there, but since we lost the one, unfortunately we do not have 3. So we're going to take the knight unit and have him go out on his lonesome. I don't want to put a bunch of ships into the sea, and if we're going to lose any unit, we should lose the worst one. Just trying to get that outpost set up over there, though we need to set up a lot of outposts now because you got to set up one here as well, and we can't do that. It means we also lost that copper and the saltpeter, unfortunately. Alright, so that's a bummer. But again, I can't set up any outposts. It's going to be 1789. Wow. Alright, so it's going to take us a long time to be able to get enough influence to do anything. But, you know, we would have never been able to build up any influence if we didn't destroy those, so it wasn't really like a choice. We're just going to have these guys skip the turn. Same with them. And then we just have these cities that need to get constructed something. So this harbor here, which did not generate much food for us, unfortunately, and we didn't need to build it because I had misunderstood how this worked based on, you know, what that viewer told me from the wiki. I thought it just needed to be next to any district. He was saying that it needed to be next to a district that connected to a city or administrative center. So I don't know if it, you know, if it had to be right next to, you know, the city or administrative center. So like, you know, it had to be here, and then maybe you have a district there, and then you can build it. Or if it means, or if he meant that you need to have like a line of them. So like, if we build a district here and here, you know, all through this territory here, and then it eventually, you know, connects to Cairo, so that would work. But it's completely irrelevant because this has been fixed. As you can see, we can build it anywhere now. Because we should have been able to build it anywhere. You can see here it says it must be placed on coastal water or a lake. And so the patch has fixed this, guys. You know, the wiki was saying that, you know, you had to do it a different way, but the placement prerequisites did not say that. And so I think what they did is they changed it, the words here, the text, but they didn't change it in the files, in the actual code. And so that's why it didn't match up. So now it does work the way it's supposed to, and you can place it anywhere. So it's irrelevant, and the point is we did not need to get that. Now, I think we might get a little bonus from having it there, but yeah, it was not necessary getting that. It's kind of a little bit of waste of time, but whatever. It's fine. It's 4 turns that we wasted, and we did get some food from it. I think it's given us like 4 food or something like that. Yeah, 4 food total from that. And I think we're already getting the food through here. So, yeah, not really necessary to do that. But let's go ahead and get this set up. This is going to give us 14 more production, and we really need the gold. That's really what we're doing it for. And it is saying that somewhere else is the best location to build this. I wonder where. I mean, I'm not seeing anywhere that's... Maybe it's just not telling us anything. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's just not giving us a suggestion here. So yeah, we're going to build it here. This is certainly the best location. We just want to make sure we get our unique district here. And it's going to get us production and gold, which is helpful. So over here, which I have not gotten a name for these yet, I think one of these cities is going to be named after the capital of whatever culture we pick next. And that could be that one, or it could be this one. If we pick a culture that set up colonies at some point in their history, we can also name this after that colony. Again, I just don't know who we're going to be playing as yet. We already know what we're doing here. We're going to set up another maker's quarter. Well, actually, you know what? We set up 2 maker's quarters, and so we don't need to do that. Instead, we're going to get a market quarter right here, because I want to build market quarters all around this. Like, I know you're only getting 20 gold. You could get a lot more production, but we need money. As you can see, we dropped from like 1,800 gold to like 1,200 something gold. And so it's always critical for us to be increasing the money. You know, modern armies are expensive, very expensive. So we have the railroad station set up here, the train station. Let's see if we want to get another one anywhere else. We might want to put one over here so you can easily travel this direction here. But is that the thing that we need right now at this moment? Probably not. We'll eventually set that up, but not right now, guys. What we really need to be working on is money and science again. So let's do that. We'll probably get another science here. Although, there's not really any good locations. They've already kind of really built out over here. Yeah, they have built all around this area. So there's really not much to get in this particular territory. You can basically get something that connects to one of these two, which they currently have the... this is one of the unique districts that they had, and it's a money one, so a market quarter. So you might want to put a market quarter there, or you can build right here next to the train station and get the production bonus. So you can get 23 production there. And they do have a shortage of production in this area. How much money would you get here? 19. I guess that's not shabby. But yeah, you're not really going to get any like big boost in science without destroying one of these districts, which we're not really interested in doing. I guess we'll get the market quarter right here. 19 gold, which is helpful. And then over here in Constantinople, we have got the university. Excellent. Just always trying to work on more science. And then I'm really considering getting the bastions right now. Let me just see if there's anything that would like give us a ton of science. I'm gonna guess you could get the cabinet curiosities here. That'd be a nice little boost to science. Just gonna put these guys over there. Just could do that, but I think we're gonna do the bastions, guys, since this is an area that's kind of far away from where our armies are at. Now we could also set these up. That's something to consider, since now we can put them anywhere, since it's actually working as it should be. Saying that's the best location here, so I don't imagine why we'd put it anywhere else. Yeah, we'll just put it right there. Let's get this. This gets us gold and production. I know the gold's not really Constantinople's thing, but we will be moving to the next age soon, which means we won't be able to build those anymore. So get them while we can. The Empire is a vast and glorious land of mountains and grassland, stretching countless leagues and full of wonders and mysteries. Over many generations, your people have subdued many of those corners, but now you must ask the question, to whom do these lands truly belong? And this is the land rights, communal land, or inherited land. And this is one of those unique ones that I told you about that can drastically change up the way you play the game. Can completely change mechanics if you go with inherited land. Inherited land allows you to claim, attach, and merge territories with money instead of influence. So pretty powerful because money's easier to get in a way. We're right now earning a lot more money than we are influence. Now, I've done this in a past campaign, and I actually regretted doing it because you need money for so many other things, like upgrading your units, for instance, or rushing stuff. And you can go without rushing stuff to be able to attach, different territories. And basically, you're using almost everything you use influence for to instead use money for that. And so it results in you end up having stacks and stacks of influence with not really a whole lot to spend it on, and then you're extremely short in money. And then you're making the choice on, do you want to add this, territory to a city, or do you want to upgrade these units that you need for the war? And it just results in like everything costing money, and the money becomes really, really short. And again, it's easier to get money, so I can see why you might go for it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that we'll go further in this one, guys. I know we're having some influence issue. Now, one nice thing about doing that is that you will no longer need so much influence for other things, that you could have more, cities over your city cap, and not worry too much about not having the influence. So that's something to consider. But I don't think we'll do it, guys. I mean, we can't even do it anyways because we don't have the influence for it just yet. But yeah, I don't know if we'll do that. Again, I've done it before and I kind of regretted it. So let's go and do these attacks here, and I suppose we'll just attack. We'll attack that guy. I think they only have 2 units left, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's just these 2 units here. So we just want to hurry up and get this battle done if we can. We can't go there yet. Yeah, we'll just strike at them here. I know they'll have the walls and that advantage, but again, we're just really trying to get this done with. It's not like these guys are going to do well against us. Now, I don't think we'll be able to get into the city because, you have to do 2 turns. You have to get, next to it first. Yeah, we'll go here, and I don't think these guys would be able to fire from any location. So there's really no reason to bring them over here. So I think that's going to be the end of the round here. I assume they'll come over and attack with that advantage from the walls, and then likely get pretty close to dying. Yeah, 51 damage they took there. And so now it's just a matter of destroying them. Getting experience for our units here. And then we're done with the siege. And so we've actually got a victory against him. I mean, I guess we won in that naval battle, but that's pretty much it. Against this country that we've been at war with for a very long time. And so now we've got their warship report dropping from 51. So it looks like it should drop by 14. And we're going all the way up to 100. So we're still pretty far away from getting them defeated. But if we come over and take this location next, it might do the trick. You know, assuming that we'll have to do a battle or whatever. You can see that the New World is quickly getting colonized. Even the Celts are over here now. Okay. Somebody needs to set up an outpost right here. This is owned by nobody. So we want to set up an outpost. Maybe after this guy finishes this. I mean, influence is so short right now. So I think that's it. Let's go and move on to the next turn. And Bangkok has grown in population, which is good because I think that elephant unit costs quite a bit of population. So just refuse that. It's one of the negative osmosis events. And the Norsemen are still buying our goodies. Getting us a little bit of money. They don't pay much though because it is based off of, I think it's based off of the area you're in. And since they're still far behind, yeah, they're not really getting anything from it. Now it's saying it's going to take 2,050 influence to set up an outpost. Good God, guys. Yeah, this is an issue. Now, I know we'll start earning more influence once we get that city down here destroyed in 2 turns. And that'll help. But yeah, it's overall taken a pretty long time to get this sorted out, this city situation. So they can go right there. We'll probably want to wait until both this guy gets healed and we get the mortar before we go any further. And these guys here, they've already moved. Okay. We're just going to let these guys sit here and heal. And that other fleet, that other ship, I should say, will make their way to them. Alright, so let's try and engage these guys in battle. They're moving really slow. And I'm hoping... yeah, this should be pretty easy, guys. Now, we could, of course, bring the ships a little closer. I don't know if that would allow us to... and what can we ransack here? Oh, that's interesting. We can ransack something. What is it, though? Is it something that we want to ransack? It's a harbor. So we could ransack that harbor. You used to not be able to ransack harbors. So maybe that changed in the patch. Because I always thought that was strange, that it wasn't letting you ransack harbors. Or at least I had an issue with it. Never said it was something you could ransack. And since harbors are one of the few things in the sea, and your naval units, unlike in Civ 6, can't ransack, you know, there's certain naval units that can ransack any tiles that are on the coast. And you can't do that in this game, so it resulted in ships not really having much that they could ransack. There's a few things. They could ransack like a wonder in the sea or certain special districts, unique districts, but when you can't ransack the main thing that you're going to find in the sea, the harbors, it just felt really limiting. Now, we probably... well, we could ransack that. We could always use the gold. To take 8 turns, though. So, probably not going to do that. I don't think that's going to pull this ship in. Yeah, it looks like it will pull the ship in. Okay, excellent. I think he would have got pulled in whether I moved him or not. So, with this attack here, I think the terrain is fine. We'll mostly have the high ground. We won't be able to keep them from having any high ground, unfortunately. Yeah, let's go and do this. And then they retreated. Okay. I guess that made sense for them to retreat. And now they're going over to our territory, so we're going to have to go chase them. That's unfortunate. But I guess we weren't quite ready. We're just waiting for that unit to be able to do something. But yeah, this is going to take a lot of turns to be able to set an outpost up, unfortunately. And then these guys, we'll go and just get them onto the island. Obviously, they will not be setting that outpost anytime soon. We could attack anybody else who tries to do it, though. And then these guys, I suppose, will just sit here for right now. You know what? We're going to station them here. We do have enough money to upgrade somebody, so I guess we could do that. Like upgrade another one of these dudes here, or upgrade somebody in the New World. Though I do like having these melee units, I'm not going to lie. I don't like that we can't retreat, but having these melee units can actually be pretty useful sometimes. So we might keep those over there for now, because you're not really increasing combat strength by much. Well, here we have 3 melee units, so it would make sense to upgrade one of those. It also makes sense to upgrade one of these guys, though. Yeah, you know what? Let's upgrade this guy. Although, we're not in allied territory with this unit, so that's not possible. So it looks like we're going to upgrade him. We could also just wait, so we don't pay the turn. I think we should. Yeah, we should wait, so we're not paying for it. And then these guys here, well, they're going to go ahead and ransack. It's going to get us a good little chunk of gold. I hope they fix that bug. And then we could always attack the city with this army instead. Now, if they're not nearby, you don't actually need 2 armies to do that. So what we might do is have this army chase them, and this army take the city. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. And then these guys just have to sit here waiting. It's kind of unfortunate because the districts start to decay, and they become ruins. I don't know how long that takes to happen, but it does happen, guys. We also lost all these too. I wasn't expecting that to happen because I didn't think about the influence situation. But again, there's nothing to do about it because you had to get rid of the cities, or you would have never had any influence. So these guys here, we'll just I suppose we'll move up here, and then we'll let them just sit and heal before we push into their territory. The best way would be to go all the way up this way. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just come sit on the city location here and just have them regroup. And then with this guy, just want him to skip his turn. Let's see what cities are done. We did get that market quarter, excellent. He's trying to step up that money. And now that we can build these anywhere, we probably should build these. In fact, you could probably earn a lot of gold because we're going to build all around this. So you might want to go ahead and put that there. Let me just see if there's anything else. Yeah, we do need the coal mine. We also need these train stations. That's something we ought to start working on. But we'll get the floating market first because, again, we are going to be moving out of this age soon. Now, one thing that doesn't seem to be working is the... Oh, there it is. Okay. I was going to say, it doesn't seem like it's working with the suggestions, like where to build things. But yeah, it's working just fine. We're going to build here, even though it says that this is a better location. That's because it, of course, has that one market quarter next to it. Well, this one, you're going to get a bunch of market quarters. We're going to have market quarters all through here. And therefore, just putting it here would probably generate a lot more money in the future. So we'll get it there. And let's keep on moving along. And we did get that tech done. Remember, we're trying to get a certain amount of techs so we can get that star. Just go through these real quick, and then we'll get another tech selected. That's the propeller tech too, so that's going to allow us to upgrade our ship units, which probably at this point is more important than upgrading other units, the land units. So you might want to get this steam frigate here and really increase their overall abilities. You're going from 43 to 51, so a much bigger jump than what our land units are jumping from right now. But is it this unit that you want to upgrade? Is the New World unit the most important over here? Probably not. I think we should upgrade units over here in this army. And then you can also upgrade to ironclads now as well. And so this jump is getting you from 52 to 54. So not as big of a jump. However, you're getting one more range. So that's always helpful. And you notice they have different different little traits here. While this is just a gun platform with no special rules, this is an armor vessel, which is immune to suppression. It also has this bonus that makes it have higher combat strength when in coastal waters. So pretty useful to change up to that, I think. So I think we will. Now, that is also going to increase how much it costs us per turn, as always. But yeah, that looks nice. Look at it. It's beautiful. So we got an ironclad now. So we're starting to upgrade our fleet, guys. As you can see, we're at 278. That one fleet that we saw of his, had the... Let's just take a look where he's at now. 408. He has the 2 ironclads, and then he has all those torpedo boats. So he's at 408. We're still pretty far behind, but we're catching up in fleet strength. So yeah, this guy's still gonna have to skip his turn. We just don't have enough influence. Skip their turns. I hate that we just have them sitting here, but it is what it is. We do have enough money to upgrade another ship. I suppose we can upgrade one of these. Why not? If we did this guy, then he would heal up as well. Who has the most experience? I guess it doesn't matter. They both have 1 star. So we'll upgrade that unit. And then that allows us to... We're just going to try and merge these. Just get them up next to each other. Get them merged. Alright. Then over here, we could have upgraded these guys as well. So we want to attack her. It looks like she's going to have much better... Yeah, much better terrain now for her, unfortunately. But it's kind of irrelevant if we're attacking first, because we can change up where our units are sitting. Now, one thing I am noticing here is that we only have 6 spots here, which is fine because we have 6 units. But yeah, we're going to need to be very wise with how we deploy this. So yeah, we'll go and attack here. We have overwhelming odds. So I feel like we'll be fine. Oh, wait a minute. They changed it up. Huh. Oh, we have this. Didn't they just have it where they had this? Huh. Okay, it changed the ground that we had from what I saw there. Alright, well this is much better terrain here. So there's only one location to attack up here on this plateau from. Of course you can go from the back as well, but they're not going to do that. So what you just want to do is have your units sitting up here, especially your more vulnerable units, sitting up here to attack with impunity. So let's see how we want to go about doing that. I suppose we'll put the best one over here, as they're going to attack from this direction. And then put this guy over here. And then with the melee units, we want to stop them from getting back here. See how the best way... You know what? This is high ground too. So you could put one of these. It's got to be the best one. Could put him over here. Now they can come up over here and attack you. So yeah, I guess that's not high ground then. Okay, so yeah, if you want to make sure you're getting high ground bonuses, and that's not the best location to put them. So you can put them up here. And then I guess you could put one... they can come up around here, but... Okay, yeah, I guess what we'll do is have this guy move over here. Yeah, they'd have to come up around here. So I think that's the best way to do it. We're just going to fire down on them. Also, we're going to pull those ships in too. It looks like they're going to have another unit over here as well. Okay, so they actually have several units. Quite a few units here. Yeah, it looks like they'll have 8 units total. Against our 6 plus the 2 ships, so 8 against 8. But obviously we're much better than them. So yeah, let's go and bring these ships in and we'll attack with them first. And it doesn't really matter which one comes in first. Though these crossbowmen will likely fire on our ships, so that's something to consider. So we're going to want to do as much damage to the crossbowmen as possible so they don't fire on the ships. I mean, really, you just want to deal with the ranged units first anyway, since they can do damage without taking any damage. And then, wow, we can kill him in one hit with the mortar. Yeah, that works out nicely, so we'll get rid of him. I don't know if we'll get rid of the other crossbowmen. Looks like we will be able to. Now, we could, of course, just completely eliminate a unit, but since that's the last range unit they have, I'd prefer to just get rid of them. But let's see who we want to do it with. It looks like we don't have a choice. So yeah, we'll just get rid of him. And then this guy here will fire on whatever unit he can. It looks like we only have 2 choices here. And we kill them regardless. So we'll get rid of that guy. Alright, excellent. And then the rest of these units will probably just have set on defense. Let them attack us. Yeah, I think that's a better way to do it. So it'll just end our round here. And they don't have any more range units, so they have to attack. Unless they just go into defensive mode, which we've noticed from past hatches, the AI has become a bit more defensive, but in this case, it would not be wise for them to be defensive because we got the range units. So you want to be aggressive and attack, even if it wipes out your units, and what choice do you have? Though I don't think this was the right way to go, because these are cav units and they're attacking spearmen, so probably wasn't the wisest way to go about doing that. That's not the way I would have done it, but you know, however they want to do it. So let's go and attack somebody. We will attack, can't really see the odds here. Yeah, we'll just attack one of these guys. Whichever one we do more damage against. Looks like it'll be, oh, that one has a lower range, but a lower high range, I should say. And we'll also attack with the ships. Can these guys attack at all? It doesn't look like it. We're actually going to have to move to be able to do an attack here. So let's get rid of that guy. And achieve a 25 unit kill streak with a single unit. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I obviously hadn't gotten that yet as a achievement. Alright, so we'll get this guy killed. There you go, beautiful. In my previous campaigns, I had like much larger armies. Our armies here are more like, I almost want to call them elite. We could have pulled that guy in as well. We still got 1 unit left to kill. Yeah, I don't. I had a much larger army than those other ones because there are more turns, a lot more turns. So you just have more of everything, frankly. Again, just feels kind of better, more balanced. So we wiped out that army relatively easy. Again, the tech lead is what's really helping us here. So these guys likely go ahead and attack her. What's the best way to go about doing that, though? So we could move here and then likely attack from this direction. And maybe that's the best way to do it. I kind of just want to get it over with. But it looks like we have something here. An architect of war. Fighting far beyond the homeland, your soldiers drew on their deepest reserves of strength to vanquish their opponents. Exhausted afterwards, they rested in a sheltered valley, where one of their number made a startling discovery. Nestled in the hillside, long buried, your soldiers came across an ancient holy site within which stood a towering steel... I think that's how you pronounce that. It could be stele. Yeah, I'm not sure. Inscribed with hundreds of lines of strange script. Friezes on the surrounding walls depict blasphemous scenes, yet suggest that the stele holds valuable knowledge. What is your will? I should know how that's pronounced because when I was doing humanities in college, the friezes and the stele, you talk about those all the time on buildings and architecture. And so, humanities deals with culture, art and writings and architecture. And yeah, you hear these words all the time, and so I should know how that's pronounced. There are 3 choices here. We can commandeer it, moving us closer to homeland. We're going to basically take it back to our capital, and thus get some stabilities, and there's a chance of triggering another narrative event by doing that. We can rest. Everything will be left intact. The Holy Site provides perfect shelter for a recovering army. And then we're going to get plus 50% health regeneration. It's only for the Spartan army, though, I guess. And that's going to move us closer to collectivism, where we can destroy it, moving us closer to tradition, and then that'll get us some extra faith. But we don't want to move closer to tradition. We always do want more faith. We just really don't produce a whole lot of faith, honestly. It's not really our thing. It's an artifact where let's commandeer it. That seems like something we would do. So we'll do that. We don't really need the stability, but I'm interested to see what the next event would be. Because I didn't pick that. I've seen that event once before, and I didn't pick the commandeer. Status canceled. Defiant has been removed from Cairo. Okay, did we already have something? Let me just see here. Yeah, we're getting the celebrating. Okay, so we might have getting some... Looks like we're getting some kind of penalty here. Why is our stability dropping so low? I think that's happening everywhere. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a drop in stability everywhere. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why it is dropped. Yeah, some of them are getting hit hard. We did have that Defiant. You know what? That might not have been working properly. I think that wasn't working properly, guys. The Defiant. Because it seemed like it wasn't really affecting, it's a negative 50 stability. And it seems like it really wasn't affecting it. And so what I'm thinking here is that they fixed that, and now we're seeing the effects of that. Yeah, that's what it looks like, guys. Okay, I thought that might not have been working, but I wasn't sure. We're going to go to ransack this. And yeah, I'm sure they'll forgive us. And then these guys here, I guess we're going to let them heal up. We could also continue to, well, we don't have any money, but continue to upgrade them is what I was going to say. And then these guys are going to join this army here. We're just going to keep them right there for now until they get the mortar unit. And then we have one more turn till we get that guy constructed. Excellent. So we're trying to attack here. Now, there is a saboteur unit there. What is his strength? He's not really a threat to this unit here. I'm not going to go over there just to attack that one unit. So yeah, we're just going to attack here. I think we should be able to do this siege just fine, though it does look like we're going to have to bring the fleet a little bit closer if we want to get them to assist us, which I do. So what we might end up doing is just skipping our turn for right now, since the fleet is already moved, or they were engaged in battle. So we'll just skip our turn for now. And we could even bring that other army in there just so we can get it done quicker and easier, less casualties. The siege, I mean. So Cairo has finished up the construction of the floating market. Again, if we want to continue to get these before we move to the next age. And we should do that now. It's just so much gold. I don't know how we don't get it. I get all that production as well. Also moves us closer towards our goal. Well, that's not this one, but our goal to get that last builder star. So we need, I don't know how many more districts, but we're getting close, I think. Let me just double check on that. I'm curious how many more we have. Oh, we got that already. Okay, I guess that's why we're at 6190. Yeah, we might have got a notification about that already. So we already have that. And so with that, we're still a good 800 something points behind second place. Also, our first place Brazilians, they got one more star. But there are several things that we can still get that I think we're going to wait for. We won't wait for the money one, just too far away. Obviously not going to get that influence one. The expansionist one, if we had the influence, we could get that one. I'm not going to wait for it though, guys. But we will wait for the agrarian one and this scientist one for another total of almost 300 extra fame here. So yeah, we will go ahead and get these two. So we're going to wait for those at the very least. I'm not seeing anybody who's close to going to the next age just yet, so we should be okay. We don't have any influence to get that wonder anyways, which is the only reason to race towards it. And I was supposed to build something there in Cairo. We'll have to get that set up. So with this one here, is the unique district what we want? Or should we get something for science? Oh, we haven't selected a tech yet. Let's do that real quick. It wouldn't have let us continue without doing so, of course, but yeah, let's get something selected. And since we're going for techs, to complete techs, we're going to want to do the one that's quickest, because I don't think there's any units now at this point that we have to get. Yeah, not really any units. I mean, you got the plane units, the biplanes, and then of course you also have the torpedo boats, which you can't build yet. Oh, you know what? We do have that one oil source, so this would allow us, since we can get the oil, that would allow us to get the torpedo boats. And so that would be an option to just move towards this, but it's 9 turns, guys. It's just far better to go ahead and get the mercantilism, just to try and get this completed here. Yeah, let's go and get that, although this is actually one that I might skip until it's really cheap, honestly. Yeah, that's not going to help us that much. I mean, it's 1 turn cheap, quicker than one of these, but these ones are a little bit more advantageous. We don't need the howitzers now. Yeah, I don't think we need the howitzers. Although I don't know if we'll get enough oil to get the siege artillery anytime soon. So that's something to consider. You might want to be able to upgrade to that. Military schools, yeah, I don't really need that. I think we'll get the encyclopedias. Yeah, encyclopedias would be helpful. So I want to grab that. It'll be 6 turns. So it's going to be a while before we get to move to the next age. Unless we can step up our science some or continue to get the favorable events. So we got that market quarter. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get... what's down here? Whale fishing, 1+ food on coastal water and 1+ food on lakes. That does result in quite a bit of food here. Maybe not as much in this one as other locations, but some of our places we get a lot of food from that. So that's always nice to have. And then we also have the seafood wholesalers. But what we're going to go ahead and get is the unique district here. Try and get these while we can. And it's just so much money that can be gained. I suppose we'll put this one here. We'll try and get some money districts around it. But yeah, you're getting the money, you're getting the influence, you're getting the production. I mean, it's pretty good. Again, I like those districts. Cairo's finished with their floating market. That's right, we were looking at them and then we didn't do anything here. I guess we'll continue with the floating markets. Although, we need science. Just see if there's anything that would be really beneficial. I guess not. Yeah, I suppose we're fine. And remember, the districts, because we're a builder, do not decrease our stability, because we get 10 stability for every one that we build. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to put it here, actually. Yeah, we'll put it right there. And then we have Edo that still needs to have something constructed here. We're good in food here. I did not look at some of the other cities we're in. Alexandria is actually having food issues, so we're going to have to get that solved. Yeah, let's go get one more of these built and just find the best location. It looks like it doesn't matter. It's going to be 37 gold, 14 production, regardless of where you put it. Except for right there. You get more gold there. Well, that's interesting. Oh, okay, because we have a harbor right there. So that makes perfect sense to put it there then. Because it can't put it next to any other harbors, I don't think. So yeah, let's put it right there. And the wisdom of others. So we got another civic that we can't take advantage of, guys, basically. So we're not going to go through this because we'll look at these when we get some influence. Influence is incredibly short at this moment. It's very interesting how I've had such shortage of influence in this campaign. In my previous campaigns, I was sitting on just, like at this point in the game, I don't know, 60, 70,000 influence with nothing to do with it. So yeah, it's been a very different campaign when it comes to the influence. This will likely be the last turn here, guys, and I'm hoping we have a positive one so we can try and get this tech done sooner. And we don't need any more stability issues. These damn Brazilians, man. They just have too much influence over our society. Celts are moving up into merchant trait. And still not enough influence to do anything. It just sucks, man. Our influence growth is horrible until we get this destroyed, which we'll be doing now. One more turn. Alright, so that's good. Now this city just finished the construction of that guy. We'll see if we can get anything in one turn. I highly doubt it. So I don't think it really matters what we do here, guys. Yeah, whatever. Let's throw that somewhere. Alright, so she did build another ship unit. And I think we're going to go ahead and destroy them before we start this battle here, because just moving here will allow them to be part of the siege, and they retreated anyways. How much does she have? It's pretty irrelevant, because once you take this city, she loses. And you could bring this army to come assist, and there's nothing else for them to do, so there's really no reason not to just throw a ton of units into this battle. Let me just see where if we attacked from here, oops, where the borders would be. Okay, so just putting them up here would be enough. So put them up there, and we'll just attack her with overwhelming force. And we'll probably be able to get this done in one round, I expect. And she's not going to attack us. Does she not have any units in the city? Yeah, she's got units in the city. I was about to say, that seemed kind of strange. I guess I just didn't notice it. Let's do the manual battle, of course. We could do the instant resolution because we do have such overwhelming odds. But what I've noticed is that even when you do that and you have overwhelming odds, they still lose like a unit or two. And that's why I don't do it, if you're wondering why. I don't typically do it. It's because I still notice that they'll lose units, like unnecessarily. So where to deploy all these units now? Although I can't get these guys selected. So this guy's deploying over here. Remember, we want to stay off the walls. There's no reason to let them sit on the walls and get attacked here. And then probably put these guys pretty far back. As far back as we can here. Maybe put a unit up there. They wouldn't get any bonuses for being next to other units. But this is the river penalty. That's something to consider. But you have the high ground as well, so I guess it's worth it. Now, they could come up around here and attack you, which that would not be good. And so what you might want to do is have like one unit back here, just to make sure that doesn't happen. And then maybe put a unit up here, and then have, I guess, this guy over here and that dude right there. Now we just got to get him off the walls, and I imagine you just put him right here. And then, of course, we have this guy, which no reason to have him over here since we already have somebody there. So I suppose we'll put him right here. I think that looks good. And we just want them to come out of the city. We'll see if they do or not. But again, this should be fairly easy here. We have, overwhelming odds against them. We'll bring in the ships, of course. And it looks like we can't attack from anywhere else. So we'll have to attack from there, which means we won't be able to move. Yeah, you won't be able to move. Alright, we'll have to like move them out. Yeah, it's fine. And then we're of course going to move these guys in as well. So let's move this unit first in. It doesn't look like there's anywhere we can go and be able to attack from. Okay, but we got to get out of here if we want to be able to bring more units in. So I guess we'll bring this guy in now. Huh. Yeah, there's really nowhere to go. I mean, you got to go on the river there. That's not the best way to do that. Okay, so we'll just put him over here. And then with... I really want to bring this guy in, but yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so what we'll do is bring him in. And then that's all we're going to bring in for this particular round here. So we won't be able to get it done in one round because of this. Didn't work out quite the way I would have liked, but we'll be able to wreck these guys. So let's go ahead and start on that process. Maybe take out one of them with the mortar. Although he's not going to do quite as much damage. He has no line of sight. So it's reducing his combat strength by a little bit. So we'll just attack the far one. Yeah, we'll just attack that guy over there. With the expectation that we should be able to get some of these guys destroyed, I would assume. Can he attack? He cannot. So you'd have to do is do like a rotation or something. Okay, so let's do this attack here first. I guess I should have attacked this guy here. That opens that up, and then you can attack this guy. And then you can move over here. Next turn we'll attack from there, and then you're just going to have to bring this guy off the hill, I think. Nope. We have a musketeer. I didn't realize that. Alright, so he can't attack after moving. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Who hasn't attacked yet? These guys obviously can't attack. And is that this one over here? Yeah. So I think that's everybody, guys. So that's the first round. You know, didn't do as much damage as I would have liked. Let's go and end the rounds. I assume they'll come out of the walls and attack us and all die. But maybe they'll sit on the defense. Again, I'm always hoping that they get more defensive. They came over here where the weaker army is. That makes sense, I guess. But you're attacking from the river uphill, so you're just going to take stupid amounts of casualties. They don't even know they're supposed to be dying, apparently. Okay, so they moved here rather than attack out. That's interesting. That unit is dead, by the way. And they moved over to this location. Huh. Okay, interesting. Gives us more units to attack with the ships. So, probably not the smartest way of doing that, honestly. Just keep on attacking them. And then what we're probably going to want to do here... Did I move the wrong unit out? I did. Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Yeah, I just completely moved the wrong unit out of here. Okay, well, we don't want to get right there. Yeah, let's just move this guy over here. Oh, that's all we had left. Okay, I see. Alright. And we can't fire. Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to go up on the river here, guys.
On your feet.
Oh, there's another unit there. Just kind of clear out a spot here. And we'll see if we can't... Yeah, we can now attack with this guy. Let's go and attack right there. And what we need to do is get the mortar in a position where he can't be attacked, essentially. That's what I'm trying to do here. And so you'd have to put a unit... You have to put a unit right here, frankly, to ensure that they can't be attacked. And then there's no reason not to attack that guy there. And then you just have this one location right here. And so we'll go ahead and bring... which unit just got brought in? The mortar did? Okay, that's fine. We'll fire with him first. Attack that guy. And then you want to bring... Oh, damn. Alright, well, they still can't come up here, but I doubt they would be able to because I think they'd be blocked there. They don't have any cab or anything, so we should be fine. Okay, so let's go and go over to this side of things. And we'll have to take out this guy. We'll use the units that we wouldn't push into the city with first. And he can just hit anybody. Trying to attack that guy. It's not going to kill him. It looks like... Oh, he will kill him. Okay. I didn't see the icon, so I was thinking he wasn't going to die. But he died. Alright, so let's go and attack that guy. And then we'll be able to move into the city from this location, though I don't think it's worth going up to the walls, frankly. And you can't get in. I suppose you can send one guy over there for now, and then he can move in next turn. But yeah, I think we're just going to end our round here, guys. As long as we get done this turn. I just don't want it to move to the next turn. And these guys are going to attack, so they're gonna all die. So, and maybe he won't. Nope, he can help himself. Yeah, dude. And why he didn't attack from the walls, either one of those units, I don't know. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They really should have done it that way. Doesn't matter anyway. They had no chance of winning that. And we did get possession of the Taj Mahal. Okay. That's interesting. Although it looks like they're just now constructing the Taj Mahal. So they bought it, but they just now constructed it. That's a great one to have. As long as you have the Calm City bonus. which is the reason why we didn't get that before. It's a certain amount of stability. I think it's like 80 or 90. I think it's 90 stability. So you do have to have a lot of stability for that to be useful. But as you can see, many of our cities for a long time have been calm. So if we had gotten that, it would have been beneficial for us. We don't have enough money to upgrade any of these guys, so just have them join here. And then we could start moving over this way, see if there's anything over there next turn. These guys have gotten that mortar unit, excellent. And we occupy all this so we could start moving towards that city and still healing, though it looks like they might all be healed up. Yeah, I think they're all healed up here. We can only move one space though, since the mortar unit just merged with them. These guys are completely healed up here. There's not really a whole lot to do with them at this moment. You could send them out here, but we don't actually want to fight these guys because we would lose. So for right now, we'll just have them. We'll just have a station there for now. And then with this unit here, he's still sitting around until we get enough influence, basically. And it keeps getting more expensive. Okay, that's not good. As it's getting more expensive, it's going up by more the prices than we are earning per turn right now. We are about to destroy that city down there, though, so that'll help. Not that one, obviously. This one here. That should reduce the amount of influence that we're losing per turn by quite a bit, by 250. So that'll be really helpful. Kyoto is currently done with the construction of the cabinet there. So yeah, it looks like we will be able to complete that if we were to take control of that. And we could use the extra 100 fame. That'd be helpful. It almost makes me want to annex that city instead of... although I'm not sure how that will work, honestly. Because she still has the right to build it. Man, I'm not sure how that works. If the person who has the right to build it dies off before they get it constructed. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. So I'm not sure how that goes down. So we could get more money in production. The stability here is actually fine. The food is fine here too. So neither of those are issues. We can get another 11 science. I don't think that's worth it. This was supposed to be a quicker episode. Or a shorter episode. That has not been the case. It never is. It's never as short as I intend for it to be. So I don't really know there's anywhere that's better. We'll just build it here. Yeah, there's not really any location that's going to help us that much. So got the floating market done there. The question is, do you want to keep building floating markets? Like over here, I don't know that we'll ever be able to take advantage of that. I guess over here you could, because we already have stuff built. And so you're getting 28 gold. I suppose that makes sense. We also need those railroad stations, though. And we need more units. But you got to pay for units. So let's get the market quarter. Excuse me, not the market quarter. We do want a market quarter. That's 29 gold. But yeah, we're going to get the floating market here. And we'll just put it right... I guess put it right there. Because then you can build another district right there for another additional money bonus. Constantinople got their floating market. I'm glad they fixed this. Because, yeah... It's kind of a bummer when you get a unique district and you can't build it in the places that you expect to be able to build it. I guess right here would make the most sense. So we'll build it right there. And then we have the secondary event for that Artifact of War. Months have passed since the steel was brought back to the capital with great fanfare. Now the artifact sits in an Empire repository gathering dust, its script still indecipherable. Hearing of its fate, the two parties have approached your court, both seeking to take control of its future. The first is a young scholar who claims, with proper funding, that she will be able to crack the code and learn great truths. The second is a curator who wishes to make this deal the centerpiece of great expedition celebrating Empire's might. What is your desire? So we can study it. That's what a progress empire would do. And that could do fire another narrative event. And we're going to get the science bonus but lose money. Or we can exhibit it and then move closer to homeland. And then we'll get the patriotic. I mean, we can produce units for cheaper. And while we are producing that one elephant unit, that's the only unit we're currently producing. So I don't think we're going to do that right now. We're going to study that. We need that science. Yeah, we're giving up money in Cairo, but science is always helpful. And I want to see what the next event is. I want to see where this goes, since I've never followed it before.
Other empires may use for you,
so that is actually the end of the episode, the end of the turn and the end of the episode. We did take this over, so that means in the next episode we'll do the peace treaty with her. Let me know what you guys think. Should we annex her, or should we make her into a subject? I don't think we're going to get the ability to build a Taj Mahal. I don't really know what's going to happen, honestly, because it's already set to build. But I mean, that's her right to build it. So I don't know what happens if we annex that city. I want to say that we can't build it anymore. And this is an okay city. It's really not that impressive. Her empire is really not that impressive, though she does have all these, obelisks of the gods. So we'd get all those. That really increase the faith that we earn. But yeah, we could always let her keep this. I mean, there's no goodies here, really. And just make her into a vassal. And then we get some of her money. And then we don't have to worry about... I mean, the problem right now is the lack of cities and influence for cities and outposts and stuff. So we take all this, and then what? You know? We got another city taking our influence. We're just now trying to figure out to solve that. And so now we have to destroy this city too. Yeah, I just don't see how this is going to work, guys. So I feel like making her into a vassal is going to be the best way to go. I'd love to hear your opinion on it, though. We do need to get this episode ended, though, because I recorded much longer than I planned to today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, which, remember, will not be until Tuesday. And so I'll see you on Tuesday, and thanks for watching.